standing, sorry. She's looked at the eyes. That's so proud!
Right, friends, I've got a very important announcement.
Oh! Give you a bit of relief, I'm not going to sing. That's good. Should I go down a wee bit? Thanks very much, folks. It's been a devastating week for people in the labour and trade union movement with the loss of two great people in Bob Crow and Tony Benn, but they were some of the greatest advocates for socialism in our country. But they wouldn't have wanted anybody here mourning their death. They would have wanted us here organising to get rid of that lot up there out of government, and that's what we should be doing as a tribute to them. Can I thank Angela and the organisers today for the opportunity to speak. As Jim said, there are divisions in Scottish politics at the moment. There are big divisions on the constitutional debate, and people have passionate arguments on both sides, and they're very right to hold strong views on such an important matter, and we must engage in robust and strong debate over that issue. That's what we do in a democratic society. But today gives us the opportunity to unite with one voice against the austerity being implemented by the coalition of Cameron and Osborne and Clegg. So let's focus today on the bread and butter issues that we have to unite on to defend our people and our class from the relentless attack they're under, and to promote an alternative society that creates a better place that we all want to see. There's a class war going on, and my class are winning. Unfortunately, not my words, but the words of Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men and most successful capitalist investors. Buffett was willing to say out loud what Cameron, Clegg and Osborne deny, that they're engaged in a battle against working people, where each day they're redistributing the wealth of our country from the poor to the rich. We appear to live in a parallel universe. Their world is the world of Eton and Oxford and the city trading rooms and the regatta, whereas in our communities and in our streets it's a world of fallen living standards, redundancy, benefit cuts and pay freezes. What do they know about living in the real world? What do they know about being on the dole? What do they know about being skint or about job insecurity? And isn't it an utter disgrace that under their watch the only growth we see is the growing numbers of people attending food banks? In 2014 in this country, people can't feed their wains, and that is a scandal and a national embarrassment that they should be ashamed of. The last year before going into the jungle with Ant and Dec, Nadine Dorris, the Tory MP, said that Cameron and Osborne were two posh boys who didn't know the price of a pint of milk, and she was absolutely right. They haven't a clue how ordinary folk live. Can anybody imagine them working as a care assistant or a security guard or on a building site? What would they know about living on benefit? What would they know about having no money to pay the gas or the electricity? They don't live in the real world. They live in a protected world, a bubble where poor people are folk that you laugh at on pathetic TV programmes made to sensationalise the plight of the weak and vulnerable living on benefits. They live in a world where the initiation ceremony for the Bullingdon Club is that you've got to go and burn a £50 note in front of a homeless person. And they live in a world where they promise tax cuts for the rich, your rich and powerful pals, at the same time as our kids go hungry. And this week of all weeks, 30 years to the day almost, when from the beginning the greatest struggle for communities witnessed over the last 50 years of miners' strike, we should contrast the difference between their vision of society and ours. That struggle brought together people from across the broadest left of the political spectrum. Nationalists and socialists, trade unions and community groups, men and some of the greatest women on our planet fighting in a common struggle against Thatcher's view of the world. And that struggle was not just about jobs, it was about a way of life, it was about communities, and it embodied everything the Tory party hates. Can I get a minute? They hate organised labour, they hate trade unions, they hate people acting in solidarity and cooperation and feeling part of a common group of people with shared values, and they stand for greed and selfishness in a valueless society. She called the miners the enemy within at the same time as she called Mandela a terrorist and called Pinochet one of her heroes. but one thing of all sticks in my mind, and that is watching Osborne bubbling into his hanky at a funeral. His devastation at her passing tells you everything you need to know about the Tory party. So let us send a message today that we reject their philosophy and we support community, the dignity of work, and ultimately a better world. Solidarity.